Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Brenny, and let's just get straight to the point. Going to be painting some still water like you would see in like a river or something. So I'm just choosing a good old blue color, desaturating it a bit, and as you can see I point out either use a soft round or that flat looking one. The flat one's better, but the soft round will work just fine, and it's what I use for the whole of this video, and it can be found with the default brushes that come with Photoshop. So here I just get using a low opacity, just do some straight-ish kind of lines. Some of the lines you can put a bit of curve on it, like a ripple or something. Just do a few, and further in the background make them a bit less opaque, which means more see-through. So after you've done a few of those, some of them are harder, some of them are lighter, as in, well, I think you can see what I mean. Anyway, so then what I'm doing here is I'm just going ahead and making each side of each line I did like thinner, like so it's a point at the side. Just going through and doing some brushes to make it a bit more random and organic. And so then what you want to do is get a smaller brush, and then using the same brush but smaller, put in some more ripples, but like, so that gives it an illusion of detail, and so it looks like you've put more time and effort into it. And so just keep doing that until you're happy with the result. Might not look like much now, but as you saw from the thumbnail, it's going to look pretty dank once it's finished. So now I've made a new layer here. Double click on the layer preview to bring this up. Ticked on outer glow, and where my mouse is there, that's showing what the preview will be like. Now you can either choose screen, color dodge, or linear dodge here. Each one looks good. Choose whichever one you want. Make sure the opacity is 100. And the color is at I mess around with the colors here, but you just want to make the color a white. Alright, so now that we've got white and a white glow, you paint in really just anywhere. Don't overdo this one or it won't look quite right. Just anywhere where you've already got a line, like roughly in the middle of the line, just put a little stroke in there. So you got little bits of like where sun hits the water and reflects into the camera or into your eyes. Don't overdo it though, because it'll start to look just fake and weird. I start to overdo it a bit here, and I think I get rid of some. And so once you've done that, you're gonna go ahead back to the background layer, and I wasn't happy with how flat it was looking, so I set it to multiply to get a darker color. And then I made the brush really big and soft, and just went around sort of like to the edges of the water. And then I got a lighter color and did it in the middle of the water, so it's like the average of where the sun's hitting, and did just a lines bit there. So if you look at the thumbnail at the top right, you can start to see a bit more like less detail, more like what the overall picture is going to look like, and that's what you want to do. Look at the navigator or the small thumbnail to tell what it's going to look like. And this here, I'm just using an eraser, making the edges pointy again so it looks a bit more natural and organic. And so once you've done that, like, you're basically done. What I do after this is I just paint in some grass really quick and a sky and that. And it's just because right now you might be saying, oh, it doesn't look like water. So I'm just painting in grass and that to prove that it will look like water. And so here we go. Actually, before I do painting grass, I'm putting in some more highlights on the water to make it look a bit more glowy, like the sun's hitting it. You use that using the dodge tool, having the range set to highlights and exposure at 8%. I have protect tones off, doesn't really matter too much. Maybe it does matter, just leave it to off. And so put in a few of those bits of glow, and then what I do here is on the background layer, I get the burn tool, which is the opposite of the dodge, and I set it to shadows, which if you see on my mouse, I click on burn tool in a minute. You click and hold to bring up that little, like where you choose your tool. So I set the mode, I guess I set it to highlights, but it's still the burn tool, so it doesn't really matter. And I just like did strokes everywhere, tried to keep it close to those glowy bits, but obviously not quite touching them. And if you think I'm going too fast, YouTube has a built-in, speed feature. So when I zoomed out there, like when I was painting, I was like, yeah, that looks good. And so now I've got that green because I'm going to start painting in grass. So right now you've done your water, and I'm just, you can leave now, or you can keep watching to see the grass being painted quickly. So here we have the finished picture. As you can see, there's a nice sun with a slight yellow color to it, some clouds in the sky, some different colors in the grass, and the water goes into two rivers further in the background, and that bit down directly from the sun has a nice little hot spot or highlight on it. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, like and favorite and all that cool stuff. Couldn't really give a shit, to be honest. Thanks, bye bye.